Cosmos has one of the biggest crypto community out there. But will its cryptocurrency go back to its highs? And will it be a leading project in the future? Let's start from the beginning in this video. We'll do our best to provide you a beginner-friendly introduction to Cosmos blockchain to those who are new to it, covering its ecosystem, tokenomics, and the latest news. Stick around to form your own conclusion about investing in this project. Welcome to the Crypto Revealed YouTube channel. I'm George the Avatar and I will be your guide. Cosmos was founded in 2014 by Jane Kwan and Ethan Butchman. Its main net went live in 2019. Its development is coordinated by Interchain Foundation, based in Switzerland, and it has been built by Tendermint, one of the most popular blockchain application framework company, based in the United States. The Cosmos ecosystem is built in zones and hubs. Cosmos is the first hub where all the other blockchains and zones connect to. The inter-blockchain communication allows the interoperable and decentralized communication between them. Cosmos is a smart contract blockchain similar to Ethereum, Binance, Polkadot, and many others, allowing developers to build smart contracts, also called zones on the network, which are essentially blockchain themselves. Their goal is to create an ecosystem where anyone can easily create custom blockchains from scratch that can natively interoperate with other blockchains. The network works with a proof-of-stake consensus mechanism called Comet Byzantine Fault Tolerance, which includes the Tendermint consensus engine and a generic ABI application blockchain interface. It allows 10,000 transactions per second and relies on a set of validators to maintain the network by validating and adding new blocks to the blockchain. Currently, there are 180 validators. Only the top 100 validators, however, have the right to validate transactions and power the network, with Coinbase accounting for the largest stake with 6.98% of the validators. Cosmos Hub has been built with the Cosmos Software Development Kit, an open-source framework for building multi-asset public proof-of-stake blockchains, as well as permission proof-of-authority blockchains. Blockchains built with the Cosmos SDK are generally referred to as application-specific blockchains, and they can also create or not their own token to operate. Many blockchains have been built with the Cosmos SDK and are fully interoperable on the Cosmos ecosystem, like the Binance Smart Chain, the collapsed Terra Luna, Kronos, and many others. Atom is the powering cryptocurrency of the Atom Hub, unlike other smart contracts platforms like Ethereum. Atom is not needed for transaction fees in the ecosystem out of the Atom Hub. Atom has a circulating supply of 362 million coins with a 16.65% yearly inflation rate. Participants in the network can stake Atom through validators and earn 20% in staking rewards. The top 100 stakers can become validator nodes to power the blockchain and vote on changes. The higher the amount of Atom staked, the higher the voting power for the validators. Currently, 68% of the circulating supply is at stake, and it's been on a slow uptrend. That said, if we have a look at the chart, Atom is worth $6.8 at the moment, and it is in this range after failing to hold the June 2023 low. So chances are likely to retest the June 2022 low. If we fail to hold it, we might find support in the $4 to $4.3 range. If the June 2022 low will hold as support, it will depend on many factors, and not just on technical analysis, which could indicate that it can possibly hold it as it did last year. However, circumstances are different this time. You should also keep in mind its inflation. If we would have to look at the market capitalization, in fact, it is 42% higher compared to the 2022 June low, while the price is 21% above the 2022 low. So technically, we could experience a further 42% sell pressure if the market capitalization would have to retest that low. If the price would go down a further 42%, it would find a support only around $4 per coin. But is this bearish scenario really possible? Bitcoin is logically going to influence Atom's price performance. As we have mentioned on the channel before, due to its seasonality and its price performance, in pre-halving or pre-election years, Bitcoin might not have a great Q3 and Q4 this year. And this not because of the cryptocurrency market or Bitcoin itself, but because it is influenced by the stock market and its seasonality too, and Bitcoin is likely to keep moving lower to retest some lower areas in the coming months before moving higher. If that happens, so will Atom do. Lastly, if we look at the Bitcoin-Atom pair, it has been on a downtrend since September 2022. To be clear, who bought Atom 1 year ago, it is down 69% against who bought Bitcoin 1 year ago. And while this might be close to a bottom, last week we had the lowest weekly close candle in over 2 years, The weekly chart did not hold this weekly low close in 2022, and seems like it is breaking lower with high probability to retest this lower support, especially considering all the points mentioned before. If this happens, however, it will be a great opportunity to accumulate more if you believe Atom has potential. I also think that if we do hold this range for the next 6 months, it might be this cycle bottom, but it is unlikely. While we wait and see how the market moves in the next months, we should also keep monitoring the developments and the news not only in the industry, but for specific projects that have potential to grow in the coming years. So let's see what happened around the Cosmos ecosystem. In July, Phi Labs has launched Archway, a Layer 1 blockchain within the Cosmos interoperability network. This project is supported by venture capital firms Coin Fund and Hashed, and aims to assist blockchain developers in building sustainable businesses. Archway offers automated compensation based on smart contract usage within each block. The network enables developers to create cross-chain decentralized applications and earn rewards, with a token emission split of 75% for validators and 25% for app developers. Unlike other Layer 1 protocols, Archway prioritizes tokenomics and developer rewards over validators and miners, marking it as a unique addition to the Cosmos ecosystem. In July, Wormhole has launched Gateway, an application-specific blockchain or app chain in the Cosmos ecosystem, aimed at simplifying the process of onboarding tokens from 23 different blockchains into any Cosmos chain. This innovation, utilizing an IBC-based liquidity router, enables users to transfer assets from ecosystems like Ethereum and Solana to Cosmos without additional bridging fees. Gateway extends Wormhole's reach within the Cosmos ecosystem, fostering liquidity and supporting decentralized application growth. It connects users and liquidity from various blockchains to Cosmos-based app chains, enhancing the overall ecosystem's accessibility and functionality. Powered by Cosmos SDK, Gateway aims to drive liquidity and streamline token onboarding, benefiting developers and users alike. Japan's largest banks have teamed up with TOKI, Noble, and Progmat to introduce fully collateralized Japanese stablecoins to the Cosmos ecosystem, initially utilizing the Cosmos Inter-Blockchain Communication (IBC) protocol. This collaboration is driven by Japan's progressive regulatory environment, including the recently enacted Payment Service Act, which requires stablecoins to be pegged to the yen or another legal tender. In recent days, Kava Chain, a decentralized blockchain that combines Ethereum's developer capabilities with Cosmos speed and interoperability, is now accessible on Fireblocks, an enterprise platform for digital asset management. This integration allows over 1,800 digital asset institutions to securely custody Kava tokens and access Kava native assets, including Cosmos native USDT, facilitating institutional access to the Cosmos DeFi ecosystem. Kava Chain aims to foster innovation and growth, and this partnership opens up new opportunities for developers and users worldwide. Cosmos has announced plans to expand its interconnected Internet of Blockchains, focusing on implementing IBC with Solidity. This move aims to connect Ethereum to the Cosmos network. In 2023, IBC is set to expand to various blockchains, including Ethereum. The IBC Solidity implementation will facilitate the transfer of data, tokens, and messages across multiple blockchains, including Enterprise Ethereum and all EVM-compatible networks, enhancing interoperability within the ecosystem. Circle, the creator of USD Coin, is preparing to launch a USDC blockchain on the Cosmos network. This move aims to improve interoperability and broaden the reach of USDC across various blockchain networks. The USDC on Cosmos will be compatible with existing USDC tokens on Ethereum, enabling smooth cross-chain transactions and usage. This launch also offers new opportunities for decentralized applications and smart contract platforms to integrate USDC directly and tap into the advantages of the Cosmos ecosystem. Tether's USDT stablecoin has been launched on the Cosmos network through Kava, marking a significant development for the Cosmos DeFi ecosystem. This USDT on Kava can now be transferred between Cosmos Inter-Blockchain Communication and Ethereum virtual machine blockchains via a secure internal bridge, reducing potential attack vectors. Kava, a Layer 1 blockchain, combines Ethereum and Cosmos features and boasts a 4-year history with no security issues, providing confidence for USDT users on the network. The support for Tether USDT ensures both Cosmos IBC and EVM ecosystems have access to Tether's extensive stablecoin liquidity, enhancing security and reliability for users and developers. The native USDT issued on Kava addresses scalability, liquidity, and volatility issues within the Cosmos ecosystem. This integration provides Cosmos dApp and AppChain users, as well as EVM dApp users, with a trusted and widely used stablecoin. Ethan Buchman, the co-founder of Cosmos and president of the Interchain Foundation since 2021, is transitioning to focus on shaping the technical direction of the Foundation Council. In his place, Brian Crane, a long-standing contributor to the ecosystem, will take over as the new president of the ICF. Ethan Buchman will continue to serve as the vice president. Brian Crane brings extensive experience to his new role, having served as vice president since 2021 and as a Foundation Council member since 2020. He played a crucial role as chief operating officer at Tendermint during the early development stages of the Cosmos network, contributing significantly to its growth and launch. Brian is also the CEO of Chorus One, a major institutional staking provider for proof-of-stake networks, and co-founded the long-running crypto podcast, Epicenter. His diverse background positions him to guide the Interchain Foundation effectively and draw upon his knowledge of various POS networks. The Harbor Protocol, a cross-chain stablecoin protocol operating on the Cosmos network, recently suffered an exploit, which was announced on the same day that Brian Crane was appointed as the new president of Cosmos ICF. According to Harbor's official statement on Twitter, the exploit resulted in some funds being drained from multiple asset vaults. While the statement did not disclose the exact extent of the losses, Harbor promised to provide detailed information in an official incident report. Composable Finance has launched Centauri, marking the first trust-minimized connection between Cosmos app chains and Polkadot networks through the inter-blockchain communication protocol. This connection allows for the exchange of native assets between the two ecosystems, opening up new opportunities for participants on both sides. Centauri leverages IBC to extend interoperability beyond Cosmos app chains, connecting them with Polkadot. The first official connection is between Composable Finance's Picasso Para-chain and Osmosis, a prominent decentralized exchange in the Interchain that pioneered IBC. This development enhances cross-chain connectivity and collaboration between Cosmos and Polkadot networks. Cosmos is set to receive a significant token windfall as a result of Proposal 78, introduced in May last year. This proposal aimed to introduce liquid staking and interchain DeFi to the ecosystem by allocating 150,000 Atom tokens, approximately $950,000, to projects promoting these features through replicated security. Replicated security is a shared security model used by various blockchains in the Cosmos ecosystem, with the Cosmos Hub as a central point of contact. Of the 150,000 Atom tokens, 50,000 were allocated to P2P to build Neutron, a Layer 1 Cosmosm blockchain, facilitating smart contract deployment across multiple blockchains. While 25,000 atoms have been received, a proposal is underway to reallocate the remaining 25,000 atoms from P2P to Neutron. This reallocation proposal has garnered significant support, with nearly 97% of voters in favor, with Neutron becoming the first to launch on RS, benefiting also the Cosmos Hub, with an estimated $12 million returned to Cosmos Hub through an airdrop. It's worth noting that Binance Labs and Coin Fund led a $10 million funding round for the Cosmos blockchain Neutron, further solidifying its position in the ecosystem. Neutron is interoperable across the 51 blockchains that form part of the Cosmos network, meaning developers can easily create and link decentralized apps across different chains. In the past months, Neutron had recommended an upgrade for validators, believing it wouldn't disrupt the network's consensus mechanism, but this proved incorrect, as issues arose when some validators ran different versions of the network's code, leading to a temporary halt in the blockchain. The disagreement between validators using distinct node versions regarding the validity of transactions resulted in a lack of consensus, causing the network to stall. The incident prompted the network to propose its first governance measure to slash replicated security validators on the Cosmos Hub. Slashing involves penalizing validators by reducing or confiscating a portion of their staked tokens due to malicious or negligent actions. Stride, a live blockchain focused on liquid staking, aims to transition from its existing security model to join interchain security developed by the Cosmos Hub. Stride is built using the Cosmos software development kit and utilizes the inter-blockchain communication protocol to interact with other Cosmos blockchains. Currently, it dominates 80% of the liquid staking market share within the Cosmos ecosystem, serving 7 different Cosmos chains. Decentralized exchange DYDX has decided to transition from Ethereum to its own chain within the Cosmos ecosystem. The DYDX community voted to adopt the exchange's DYDX token as the native asset for the DYDX chain. The vote, which concluded on September 2nd, received overwhelming support, with around 99% of addresses voting in favor of the decision. This transition also includes an upgrade to Protocol version 4, making DYDX chain the next version of the protocol. DYDX, founded in 2018, specializes in decentralized derivatives trading and currently operates on Ethereum's StarkEx Layer 2 network. Chainapsize has been hosting the Interchain Hacker House and Hackathon in Seoul, Korea, from September 2nd until the 10th, in collaboration with the Interchain Foundation, Argus, Celestia, and Osmosis. This event brought together innovators and hackers to redefine innovation in the interchain ecosystem. The Interchain Hacker House offers a collaborative environment for participants to work with diverse individuals, gain insights from mentors, and build groundbreaking proof of concepts. It provides round-the-clock access for participants to immerse themselves fully in their projects and encourages community building, fostering professional relationships and lifelong friendships. Workshops and collaborative coding sessions accelerate learning, and the event offers mentorship from industry experts to help participants overcome challenges and maximize their potential. Agoric has launched its Agoric Components library, offering a collection of community-built smart contract elements and comprehensive guides for developers. These components cover a wide range of functionalities, from on-chain vote counters to NFT marketplaces, making it easier for developers to build interchain apps in JavaScript. The library promotes faster development, collaboration, and knowledge sharing within the Agoric community, offering native platform features like ERTP for token handling and a built-in escrow service. Developers can choose components that suit their needs and seamlessly integrate them into their projects. The Cosmos ecosystem has great potential, but there are also some concerning aspects you should be aware of. The value of Atom is derived from its role in maintaining interoperability within the Cosmos ecosystem. While Atom can be used for various purposes, including holding, spending, sending, and staking, it is technically not needed in the Cosmos ecosystem, as a blockchain can build and connect it to the Cosmos Hub without creating demand for the Atom token, as well as it can create their own cryptocurrency. Atom can certainly remain the main cryptocurrency and source of liquidity in the ecosystem, but it is not as required as other cryptocurrencies on other smart contracts blockchains, where their cryptocurrency is needed to pay for fees. However, its value may increase as more blockchains are built within the Cosmos network. We have seen its DeFi rise over time, and despite Atom playing a significant role in Cosmos's prominent decentralized finance applications, it is important to acknowledge that the fundamental infrastructure of Cosmos isn't dependent on Atom to operate. Additionally, there has been some further uncertainty created after the SEC has categorized Atom alongside various crypto securities in its recent legal actions targeting Binance and Coinbase. Being labeled as a security is typically unfavorable for a cryptocurrency project. Furthermore, Cosmos has faced significant setbacks in 2022 following the collapse of the Terra blockchain. And even if what happened is not related to the Cosmos ecosystem security, it is still affected, and this might still lead developers to build on different blockchains. After all, Atom is unique in its kind, and that is why its developments and great technology have been rewarded with positive price performances over the years. Cosmos stands out because even if competing with great blockchains out there, most of them fail on interacting outside of their ecosystems. Atom, however, solves these issues, as it allows every smart contract to have each own blockchain in an interoperable environment where all the blockchains connect, the so-called Internet of Blockchains. Certainly, it has faced a hard time, especially with the Terra collapse and Ethereum surge after its successful upgrade last September, however. Arguably, the more significant drag on price has been the risk-off sentiment and capitulation across the broader crypto asset markets in 2022. Sentiment has been crushed by high inflation and aggressive monetary policy tightening, regulatory pressures, failures of key ecosystem players, and continued uncertainty around the crypto winter. with Cosmos suffering heavy collateral damage, but this didn't stop them from expanding and developing. And keep in mind that Cosmos has already survived one bear market, so it will likely surge back up, but keep a close eye on it, as things could change rapidly. Thank you for watching. If you find it useful, let us know by leaving a like or a comment, and if you feel extra generous, share it with a crypto friend. See you next time.